Hey guys, I'm Rosy Hodge and I'm going to take you through my summer essential quiver with Firewire surfboards. First up, the two fish. This has been pretty much my go-to for over a year now. I absolutely love this board. I feel like the two fish is super versatile. I mean, even though you look at it, it's like, this is the 5'3". I'm about 5'10" and 150 pounds. But I find this board goes in small gutless surf up to like 4 or 5 feet. I'm still kind of reaching for this board. There's something about the low entry rocker on both the tail and the nose paired with the deep swallow and the keel. It's got a lot of drive, but still has that skatey feeling of the twin fin. So very much into this board. This is the Helium technology on this board, and what I really like about it, like I said, I've had it for over a year and it still looks pretty much brand new. I put a fresh wax job on this and it'll look as good as new. This deck is like super responsive. It's got like that memory foam kind of feel to it. So yep, this is my 5'3", 28.5 liters, and she goes. Next is the Boss Up model. And I think every quiver needs that board that has a bit more foam, kind of that mid-length feeling, and this just ticks all the boxes for me, because even though it's got that length, I think this is the 610 and it is 43 liters, so it's got a lot of foam, a lot of buoyancy. It'll get you into any wave. The paddle ability of this board is unbelievable. I love it. But that doesn't take away from the feel when you're surfing it. It still has that shortboard kind of flowy feeling. Kind of marries that traditional going down the line, but then as soon as you want to step your foot back, you can really crank your turns. So that I think is the main difference with this mid-length versus like your traditional mid-lengths that you've seen in the past. I've been playing around with it like thruster, quad, and that's also a really nice thing about these KS fins. It comes with like a 5-fin setup, so you can go from the quad to the thruster and really feel out the conditions and what you enjoy riding. This is the I-Bolic technology, so it kind of just springs into action as you go, and then with that stringer it absorbs that bump and lump and just holds really nicely. This is a new model that's coming out. It's the Machadocado. You know when you get a board and you look at it and you're like, whoa, this thing is trippy. Like, it's got such a wide tail, but it's super skinny. 5'4", and it's 28.8 liters. You look at it and you're like, wow, that thing is tiny. And that was my initial reaction when I got it and unwrapped it. I was like, whoa, how's this thing gonna float me? But there's something about the distribution of the foam that floats and paddles well, but then as soon as you get up, it's got that glide and that slide to it. I've paired it with the Machado 2+1. This fin is great. It's got a lot of drive, but then it's also super flexy on the tip. It's got that release to it, that little bit of twang that I'm super into. I think the main thing about this board is it makes like the junkiest surf really fun. Like, you'll look at sloppy onshore conditions and be like, ugh. But as soon as you take this board out, it just flows, and it's got just the drive through the flat sections. It keeps that flow alive. Of these 3 boards, I would say my two fish has been my go-to just because I've had it for longer, but I've only surfed the Machadocado a handful of times, and it's like, it's notching up to be like my favorite and my go-to, especially for summer, because like you'll go down to the beach, it's hot, you want to just get in the water, catch 3 waves, and that's been my go-to. It just, like I said, it makes any condition fun. I find myself I can surf clean surf in it, junky surf in it. I think this guy's going to be my #1 go-to. This is my summer essential quiver with Firewire surfboards. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. See you in the water.